Morning.
Morning.
Feels like months since we've done this together.
I feel like I've got your stool because it's making a noise.
Because I make a noise.
Because you're like this all the time, aren't you? Wiggle, 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 Bernie.
It's nerves. I'm nervous when I come from the camera. Yeah.
What, hanging out with me or just nervous in general?
No, not hanging around with you. No, you're not a big star, are you? You're
no.
not in the. You're not in the.
As you keep telling me every week.
You're not in the Pete Finch sort of area, are you?
No, absolutely not.
No, you're a pop
absolutely
star.
not. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday morning show in association with
Golfing Days.
Right there. And obviously, we've been to Villamora, but this week we're here.
We thank them as well for their continued support on the channel, which all helps.
And what an amazing event Pro-Am they ran last week in Villamora.
I know how impressed you were. When we came back, we had a little debrief about it, and you said it was just as expected because we've seen a little bit of their work before, Mark and Ollie, and it looked an incredible event and ran so professionally as you'd expect from a brilliant golf company. Absolutely right. Well said, Bernie. Thank you very much.
Lovely. How was your week's holiday?
Yeah, it was okay. I managed to watch more or less every single second of the World Cup, every single match.
Did you?
More or less, yeah.
Is it going okay?
Yeah, I mean, I came in Monday and Tuesday and worked, but then I finished early to watch the first England game. So.
What, last week?
Yeah.
Oh, were you doing repairs?
Yeah, repairs and stuff. Yeah, so it wasn't a total.
You weren't
break,
like in the office, you know, doing your thing.
Kept Johnny company and stuff like that. You know.
Oh, did you? Are you coffee boy again?
YouTube does not stop for anyone. You should know that.
Doesn't stop for you, does it?
It's a 24/7, 365 days a year job.
Sadly.
But yeah, it was good. How was your week? You had a successful
Well, we've had an
time,
absolutely delightful week. Obviously, the last Sunday show we did was from Villamora on the Victoria course. Whereas
beautiful.
This week we're back at sunny Churston, Devon, and it's wet and windy and a bit cold. And I'm not overly impressed with it, actually.
To be fair,
the sooner I get away, the better.
The whole time you were away, it didn't stop raining.
I know.
It's been grim.
I know. I do this thing where in the morning I'll send Laura a picture and just say, good morning, and like where my view is or whatever like that, and then she always sends me the same picture back, which is basically the front window hammering down with rain.
It's just not. I mean, it's amazing that the golf courses are open and still sort of. I played golf Saturday and we were placing everywhere, which is unusual for Churston, but it was amazing. It was all on greens and a couple of mats, but generally we were on grass tees, which it just shows that good greenkeepers and the fact that the courses are holding up.
Absolutely right. But, and we'll talk about this now, because I was going to bring it up later, but as you've talked about golf courses, I was out on the golf course here at Churston filming with Golf Monthly yesterday in association with FootJoy, and the golf course was, like, it shouldn't have been even open. No. But it was still very dry, considering.
Yeah, I mean, you did a little shoot with them, and the lighting was... Did it by beautiful. The sort of 14th, 15th.
Yeah, where you get the view and it's all lovely.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, and the lighting was good, but it looked a successful shoot. It was cold though, wasn't it?
It was cold. So the idea of this shoot was, I've done one before. We went up to Cumberwell Park with Golf Monthly, where Titleist asked me to go up and do some like coaching tips with them. And then this time, that was in with Titleist at Cumberwell, and then this time was obviously, like I said, in with FootJoy. And the idea is that we've put together a video with like 7 key areas that people can think about or work on during the winter months. So a few checks, you know, a few like check the list.
So important. So people neglect certain areas of their game, and it can make such a difference to scoring. Yeah. It's such simple checks as well. Can be anything, but I mean equipment or. You know, even the swing, you get into habits when you're playing a lot of golf and not putting the practice in, and you can practice bad habits as well, can't you? So just to have those checkpoints and get yourself back onto track is so crucial to good golf.
100%, 100%. And I'm looking forward to seeing how those videos come out, to be honest with you. But so yeah, very good. On the channel this week, Rory's been back.
He was back a few weeks before, wasn't he?
We actually did. We've reversed it. So where you've seen us together at Pula Resort, which is beautiful, and we stayed there, and it was like lovely. we actually did that first, and then we did Alcanada afterwards. But because of the timings of it, I just wanted to get the break par series in, get that going, and then start back at Pula. But absolutely great to have Rory on the channel, which I'm going to say for the first time, because it really was. And I think people enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a reunion, wasn't it? It was nice.
Yeah, it was the reunion. I like that, a little bit of reunion. Unfortunately, I did box a couple of putts on him during the end of that 9-hole shift that we did. And which I think opened up a few old wounds from years gone by. I seen, as he said to me when we got into the buggy, he said, "Dan, you have boxed putts against me all the way around the world." So nothing has changed.
There's a little slogan for you: boxing putts all around the world.
All around the world. Traveling the world, boxing putts. You also mentioned superstars. Well, we've got a superstar with us today.
We have, YouTube royalty, I'd say.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
Well, I would say certainly this individual has...
Big character.
Is a big character. He sometimes bucks the trends with the YouTube, doesn't he? Bucks the trends.
Like that,
talking about boxing putts, I mean, he actually boxed a putt on our channel, which is I would say, possibly longest putt in YouTube history, if not golfing history.
It was almost a full wedge you hold it from, wasn't it? I mean,
and at this moment in time, you are watching that golf ball heading towards that hole, and in it goes, hits the flag, bang!
Made the hole bigger for everyone else.
Made the hole bigger. So, well, I think we better bring him on.
I think so too.
I think we better bring him on and just have a little chat with him and see what he's been up to. John.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Sunday morning show. I mean,
I'm a star.
You're actually the star of your own. You've done this in the past, haven't you? You've had a little Sunday quickie, haven't you?
Well,
where's that one?
I'm looking at Lee at the moment over there.
Yeah, there he is. Beavering away, as they say.
Absolutely. I'd just like to say thank you very much. This was totally unplanned.
As they always are, John.
Well, this is the thing. I've been sitting behind this, and a lot of people don't get a chance to see this. There's no script.
No.
There's no script. You wing it.
We do wing it.
You wing it. I literally came for a lesson today, and you said, "Oh, we're doing a Sunday show.
Why don't you come and get involved?"
I thought I got away with it because you normally do it on a Thursday.
Are you going to get involved then, or?
Hopefully. Well, that depends if this chair stands that way, because they're not very strong.
No, they're not the most strong chairs, which is why this one creaks, because Bernie constantly moving on his chair. I will say it's
if you stand still in this industry, you stand still in this industry. You've always got to be moving.
I like the way you've actually got taller chairs than me.
Yeah, because you are taller than us though, by a long way. Yeah. So how does it feel to be, well, as Bernie calls you, he's called you YouTube royalty, but more importantly, how does it feel to be the person that's probably had the longest putt in YouTube history, and the fact that you did it in Cornwall but on our channel? Well, I mean, there's some...
That's very special, actually.
On the first hole as well?
On the first hole.
To win the hole?
To win the hole. You actually said, I think on the video, "Oh, that'll get rid of all your nerves because you're obviously nervous." No, I wasn't. I played that badly off the first hole every time and just got away with it with a big putt. Yeah. Welcome to my channel. So
what have we been doing today? We've been obviously in the studio. We've been having a lesson with John in the studio. We've been on a little bit of a journey, haven't we, with your golf swing. The ups and downs of your season.
Bits and pieces, because obviously you've been a very busy man, and I like to try and work with one pro if I can, because it's a bit complicated when you work with more than one.
Yeah, getting different opinions.
Yeah. And it's been a bit quiet the last few weeks, as we know, because it's been storms out there.
Yeah.
It's just been awful. But I have dropped down about 5 points on my handicap. Now I'm down at 24, so
very good.
I'm kind of happy. I was doing well until I got injured, and then it all went a bit pear-shaped. So we're kind of back. We're back. Taking some time off, and now we're back.
But we've done a number of videos over on John's channel. If you want to go and check those out, make sure you do, because there's lots of people in the same boat that go through these ups and downs of their game. Certainly going into the season, then possibly what happens during the season, but coming out of the season, it's time to like iron things out. A bit like what I was doing with Golf Monthly yesterday. And
you've yourself have been on a bit of a journey, haven't you? You've had a lesson with Alex, which you would have seen on the channel, and you've been putting in some time and effort last few weeks to try and get yourself into some better positions to think. And I'm the same. I've had a bit of advice off people, but it's important to now is to utilise your time. Take the time that you were using to play golf, because nobody really wants to play much golf this time of year, and really work on some key areas that need need attention.
Absolutely right. And today we've been focusing on fairway woods, haven't we?
Yes, we have. My nemesis. Yep.
Which is, and a lot of people's nemesis. A lot of people struggle to get fairway woods up and in the air quickly. I mean, one of the best videos we've ever done, as in views wise, but it's actually a really educational video. Is one where I did the 5-wood versus 3-wood back in the day with Colin. But I got a number of people to hit shots with a 5-wood and a 3-wood, and the only person that could get a 3-wood to carry further than their 5-wood was me.
Yeah,
I was saying to this in the lesson, wasn't I? But you know, and that's all to do with speed and compression and launch of the ball. You know, so not to say that a 3-wood doesn't sit nicely in people's bags, because it can run out a little bit further, but actually launching that ball in the air and getting the right sweep on it and all of those things that we've talked about in that video, massively important.
But my problem was it sat in the bag a lot. It just stayed in the bag.
Confidence.
Or not in the bag.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence.
It's all about confidence. I will say, it's like having stereo. Honestly, I get in voices this side, voices that side.
There's no charge for this.
No, it's great.
No.
Yeah.
No, this doesn't stop either. Even though this is just a little rant on the Sunday morning show, this does continue all the way through the day. Like nothing stops here. It is backwards and forwards. It's like a little game of tennis across this table.
Do a 24-hour video on, little camera on or something.
Little GoPro sat in the corner like a fly on the wall experience. So how are you doing anyway? How channel ticking along? I know you've gone into the sort of cooking world as well and things like that.
I think the golf channel's ticking along. And I think a lot of smaller channels. I still class myself as a smaller channel. You know, anything under 10,000, as far as I'm concerned, is a small channel in golf.
Yeah.
There is just so much out there now.
Yeah.
So it is tricky. So I have kind of diversified.
Yeah.
My wife and I are doing a kind of food channel, cookery channel, and travel channel. That's the plan.
Good.
And hopefully that will grow, and that will kind of fund some of the actual travelling and the cost involved in playing golf.
Which there is a lot of that.
Certainly where I live.
Yeah.
Everywhere is a trip.
One thing I would say is just coming out of a meeting yesterday that I had with a management group. We were just talking about ideas moving forward for 2023, but they were saying don't be knocked back by the fact that the channel hasn't grown a great deal this year or the views aren't up, because it's across the board.
Yeah.
Like everybody's seen a massive boost in the channel, let's say in 2022 or 2021, which we did, plateauing. If any increase is a positive thing for 2022, so
I had a couple of conversations.
Don't be knocked back with it.
Yeah, I had a couple of conversations last week with James Wiltshire, who's been on our channel, has got his own successful channel, and he was saying everything that we are experiencing, he's experiencing the same, and it's just a trend across the board. So
it's the same exponentially. That's a good result, right?
That's very
Lovely.
good.
That's not spelling it.
That might be a little bit too highbrow for some of our viewers.
For me and
for
you,
like the likes of Kev Moore and stuff.
He's probably
looking on. He's probably looking on Google search now to find out what that word means.
Did you see Kev swimming in the lake last week?
Can't forget it, really.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That will never leave my mind, ever. I don't think anyone who ever watched that will ever leave their mind.
I like the way you then panned over and there was someone playing golf while he was swimming in the lake.
Yeah.
Didn't care, did he?
Just straight in. Straight in. I've got some other footage which cannot go out, but
I've got footage that can't go out as well, but we won't discuss
No, we won't get into that. But anyway, we just wanted to bring you on, say hello, welcome you onto the Sunday morning show, and I'm sure in 2023 there'll be more stuff for us to get our teeth into.
So. I'd like to come back officially, and you know, when you're not here, I'll come and host it with you when we get a script and I know what's going on.
Oh no, there's no script.
No, that's where you're going to struggle. There's no script.
We like it to be El Natural, don't we, Bernie?
And can we have cushions?
No.
Oh, please.
No, we work them hard, John. Yeah. We work them hard. Don't have too many comforts, you know. Well, what a little delight that was.
Right, always nice to see John, isn't it?
Always lovely to see John.
Catch up.
Yeah, and what's
with
great
our Cornish neighbours.
Exactly right. We've got to keep them in check every now and then.
Yeah.
But what I do like about it when John turns up, he always turns up a little bit early for a cup of coffee and a chat.
We had a good 45 minutes before to chew the fat, as they say.
Chewing the fat.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Well done. Moving on then.
Yeah.
Anything else for you to report?
Yeah, I just want to talk about Tiger.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, just I was looking forward to him. He put a bit of a schedule together for the end of this year. He hosts a couple of events, and more sort of fun events, I guess. Still tour events, but you know. And he was planning also on putting a schedule out there, but he's actually just withdrawn from the Hero Challenge,
his own tournament,
which is such a shame. Yeah, I think he's had, from what I gather, he's had a couple more operations over this year, which he hasn't really mentioned too much. And unfortunately, he's not playing, which I was really looking forward to, because as everyone knows, who watched the channel knows, he's quite a big sort of inspiration for when I started playing golf. Really, he was the reason I started playing, as other people of our generation did. So it's just.
Were you one of those kids that went, "I'm Tiger Woods"?
No, I remember that.
I'm Tiger Woods. I'm Tiger Woods.
No.
Nike did an amazing, Nike have done an amazing job with Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's just marketing is just phenomenal, isn't it?
They are. I mean, their marketing department have really sort of knocked out the park, haven't they, with their athletes, and
absolutely phenomenal.
The athletes have helped them because they've been so successful in their particular fields. But brilliant bit of marketing. How marketable both of those.
And what's a shame is you talk about that. So they do that at Albany.
Do they? Yeah.
Where our friend Damo, he actually, Damo, I don't know if you know this, but Damo actually, he heads that event up.
Right,
it's
okay.
his event.
No, I didn't know that. Is it? Brilliant.
The Hero Challenge, whatever they call it. I don't know who it's sponsored by, but
everyone
Tiger
knows
Woods,
who Damo is, don't they?
Damian Mitchell, he's the direct. He's the VP of Albany now. I went to university with him.
And I did my PGA training at the Belfry with him.
Yeah.
I was on one of the residentials with him, so yeah.
Never actually plucked up the courage to ask him to see if we would be allowed out there to film.
No. I can pretty much guarantee what the answer will be.
I'll let him come to me on that one.
The second word's off. I think he's busy enough on that week. About us, a couple of idiots wandering around.
I think I don't even know if it would be an odd. I think he would just close his eyes and shake his head at me. I'll let you know, Dan.
Yeah.
Hendo. He calls me Hendo.
Hendo, yeah. Exciting week next week on the channel.
Very exciting week, Bernie. The start.
The whole of your Pro-Am experience.
The whole of the Golfing Days Pro-Am out in Villamora, starting on the Monday at Pinyao, which is 9 holes.
Yeah.
Then on the then we move on to the Old Course, which is the 18 holes in the Old Course, and then that's on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday will be the final day on the Victoria Course, where Jordan Smith shot 30 under par.
So we can find out how you got on in the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You'll be able to watch it all unfold in front of you.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to rewatching it.
And reliving
and learning from it, you know.
Every day's a school day.
Every day was certainly a school day in Villamora. And on that note, I think that's it, isn't it?
I think so.
Do we have anything else that you would like to report for the Sunday morning show?
No.
No. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you all again next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.